What are you doing?
I turned and followed Tenmyoji's gaze. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. Apparently, she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she had taken it to protect him, or for some other, more sinister reason. She didn't seem stable. In fact, she looked far more like Quark had a moment ago than I was entirely comfortable with. Wow, already she's being attacked by Radical 6. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. Alice? Hey, are you feeling okay?
We're all going to die. Huh? We're all dead already. Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
You don't understand? All of humanity is going to die. The virus will spread. Adults. Children. Everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
Wait! Alice! We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it! I shook myself and took after her. But those few moments of hesitation had put too much distance and too many doors between us. Shit! Which way did she go? Right? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
You lost her.
Yeah. I don't know which way she went.
Well, let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Right.
Look, if you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything. Just do your best not to provoke her. Understood?
Gotcha.
Tenmyoji, I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah. I stay here. Got it.
Alright, let's move, people. Get going.
We got a crazy lady with a scalpel to protect? From herself. Protect from herself. At Phi's command, we scattered, flittering off into the different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet? You fool! You should have gone to the crew quarters! For whatever reason, she likes killing herself there in the various... Well, she didn't kill herself in all of the timelines. She just did that in the one timeline where she killed herself. No one here, huh? Damn! Where'd you go? Complaining wasn't gonna help anything. I needed to go look somewhere else. Treatment center next, huh? Shoot. Nothing in the treatment center either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. We hadn't stopped Quark. I need to hurry! I headed to the garden next. I mean, I guess it's fine. You're looking everywhere except the area she's at. Which, seriously, I'm pretty sure she's going to be in the crew quarters. I'd only gone a few steps from the walkway through the grass when I stopped short. And I need to sneeze. One moment. Alright, I feel better now. Alice!
Oh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up.
Huh?
I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her. When you showed up, I was getting ready to carry her to the infirmary.
And she's, alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So she's just unconscious?
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here.
Right! Alice was lighter than I expected. And fine, I managed to set off toward the infirmary at a brisk trot. I remember seeing that in various premonitions, I guess? Well, we got two people here now.
All right, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
We can only put one person in the treatment pod, and for some unknown reason, the laboratory doesn't have the accelevier that it normally has. On our way back, Phi had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunogoblin?
Ah yes, the immunogoblin. Very rare fantasy creature that's immune to every virus and is also a goblin for some reason.
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for accelevier.
Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in one of those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some accelevier.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Tenmyoji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenmyoji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Well, how about that? Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here. Axel... Axella...
Accelevier!
Sorry about that, I hope it doesn't pick up in the recording. It looks like it might have. I've been sneezing a lot recently. I think I might have a cold or something.
You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Well, now we need 2 of them. So that's why, air quotes, they didn't find it in the laboratory. Because Quark found it in the laboratory and stashed it.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier when?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't have.
To be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Also fair.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
Well, we only have 1 vial.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for 1 person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
In other words, we can't split the dose in 2 or something.
Right.
While we all stood stunned, Phi moved. Stepped over to Quark. She quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That 1 bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No. Unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for 1 dose.
Well, hey, maybe there's a way to replicate it. I mean, it's a laboratory. And I remember seeing the IG replicator.
Only 1 person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice or Quark?
What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save 1 of them.
What are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's... I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there. I knew it. IG equals immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
I'm glad they included that. That's it! I got it! The IG replicator in the laboratory! It's an immunoglobulin replicating machine!
What?
It can copy the immunoglobulin! Antibodies! Luna just said Accelavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Accelavir!
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
Because different timelines and other various bullshit. I saw it when I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No. Theo was wrong. I hadn't gone into the laboratory. when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know all about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Excelivir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah. No time to waste.
Honestly, in Sigma's position, it's better off just to stick with the story that Dio just writ for him. While you were looking for Alice, you found it, right? Yes. I went to the laboratory. We all nodded. Wait. You can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then. Let's go! Yeah, no, it'd be dumb to leave them alone. What if they wake up? They're gonna just try and kill themselves and all of this will be for nothing. Laboratory.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here. See?
So this can copy the Excelivir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Excelivir into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Excelivir would go. Ready? When I push the button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right. And pressed. Hey guys, here's a thought. Why don't we just replicate a bunch more just to be safe? Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. Actually, that's a shout. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah, shit.
What happened?
Sorry. My hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah. Just one, though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If we'd broken it, we could have just made another copy. Before Tenmyoji could reply, Phi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
I swear to God, if Akane, I'm still convinced it's Akane, if Akane's body is down there. She slid back from under the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Oh! A bomb!
Whoa. Really?
Nope, don't have the code to this one either.
That makes 2 then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Man, I wish he wasn't right. I bet he wished he wasn't right about that one.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Oh god, now they're gonna think it was me that placed it again because I said I was in the laboratory. Fuck!
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
Because he was literally unconscious. There was no way he could have placed it.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that she spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Tenmyoji was staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Well, there's something in the infirmary. Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Excuse me? We never got an announcement for the Ambidex game to be started.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Same thing we did with the one in the crew quarters. Ignore it for now, we'll deal with it later.
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but...
But what?
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right! So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Excelsior, then head to the Floor A warehouse.
Right.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Oh, that's good. Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelsior. The original was genuine too, of course. now that they've been treated.
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go! The Flore warehouse is waiting. Yeah, I agree with Dio on this one. I can't believe I've said it this many times. We don't get a moment to rest. Just gotta go, go, go! Warehouse A. Huh? Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
But what?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
Man, what an opponent to have. I mean, he was good last game, but who knows if that's gonna hold out. 1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then.
Well, it hasn't stopped you in the other timelines on me. Although, to be fair, the situation is slightly different here. Because he doesn't have enough points to just get out at this point. And everyone would be really pissed at him if he murdered someone to get a little ahead.
I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are going to be going 1-on-1 too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
Well, if one of you betrays the other, you get to 9.
As do I.
This'll be a tough one, then.
If one of them can get the other to Ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
They're probably just gonna betray lock each other, honestly.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Yeah, but if you planted that seed, you're probably gonna just hit betray.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Neither of you is gonna hit ally. I will be surprised if they both actually allied.
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now.
Indeed. Shall we?
DOK, Phi, and Clover took off immediately, heading into the different AB rooms. Continuing from the left, Dio went into room 3, K went into room 4, Vi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
With that settled, we headed into the AB room number 1. Well, Alice is absolutely going to hit Ally because she's KO'd. I could take advantage of that and hit Betray so I get more points, but what does it matter? I mean, I'll be at 3 if I don't, but, Anyway, the Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch Start button on your screen. Once you've entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished.
"30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes."
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary. So...
You're saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyway?
yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. Yeah, but you also desperately need the points. Although, let me calculate this out real quick. Let's say I betrayed her, I get to 4 points, we go into the next round. Even if I get lucky enough to be able to betray someone and get 3 points, that puts me at 7, and we have to do a 4th game, and that's not going to happen. So either way, I'm kind of in the situation where I'm just fucked either which way. So I might as well go with the better one of allying, I guess. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nonary game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, with that, I think we're going to end this episode here. In the next one, we'll, see what I decide to do. See you guys then.